What's up? Alright, it's been a while since I've broadcast a creating session. The reason now is because I was working on this tunnel here. Since we got the luxury of having 300 props now. Have some more exuberant designs, but I'm already a little concerned because this is going to be 60 plot tunnel at least. As you see, I got a double wall going on here. So just to give the exterior the smooth look. Change the color, have the smoothness on the inside, cover the curbs too. Put the ceiling on and close everything off on top, and then on top is going to be a separate part. Right. That's why I started this section here, because the design of the track is I made on paper. Just drew a track out, try to envision it how you want it to look, especially elevation wise and things like that. So the elevation bit is when the track returns, goes on top of the roof of the tunnel, goes down again, so it follows the same curve. So that's why I start with that bit here, because it's going to demand the most props. As long as I have 200 left for the rest, that should be good. So I started high enough to avoid contact with the water, especially because I'm going down here after the tunnel, probably up here into the tunnel because the direction is going to the left. And we got a little chicane coming here, then a double left corner onto the... Oh, no, that's not the start yet. So a little chicane here. Some props down. Alright. That's about over here. It's very, very loosely based now. So the advantage on having it on paper track is that you can adjust it if necessary. And as long as you can envision the track from like a top view or a 3D view in your mind. When you see it on paper, you're gonna see what you want to have as a characteristic in the track and put your focus to that and build the other stuff around so it all matches up. So gonna keep it straight here so you don't lose a lot of props. Straights always create a lot of extra section and area without having a lot of curves and corners which demand a lot of props, especially if you want to cover it on both sides with beautiful scenery and shit. So got like a feeling that this is going straight in here. That the chicane comes back on here. I'll try to just simulate that a bit. Things like that form the character of the track. So when I continue in the next session, I remember that. Comes out and takes a corner straight down. See my design here from the top view. If you get a lot of clouds, you can erase those with the show that, especially for bigger tracks. I gotta view them from a sort of wide. You just go to a later stage and clouds are gone. Now I can see which angle I want the prop to be in. So I got my curve in the middle of the design, like on that straight axle. This being the axle. So I might create a banked corner on the inside here. Three corners following that radius somewhat, not perfectly the same. That would be boring. This is coming straight down here. I got a sharp corner. Pull slightly back into the track if you parallel it with the straight here. So that's a thing you can do on paper too, is you can see the corners that you're putting into the track, and then you can see what kind of style corners and what kind of angle corners you're creating, and if they're not repeating themselves and shit like that. So you got left, right, and tight or not tight, you know. And there's a bit of a bend here. By up and down in here, I can see that I'm still on the same level as the white straight prop, which helps if you're creating from top view. Quickly putting some of these down so I can compare. Looking at the design, maybe. Can use a bigger one for that too. Save props. Just seeing where the options are. I'm gonna start on this side to see where it's going, so I can get a good feeling of the scaling of the whole thing. Because if you focus on one band, you're quickly gonna lose the scaling when you create the rest. There's actually not a long straight here. There's a corner coming up. Might put it in right away. Oh, somewhat of a 90-degree. I got a straight, but I'm gonna run into the mountain here. I'm probably gonna have to extend that. Let it drop a little lower. Put my straight down already. There it cuts in with the mountain. Just looking at the angle I would like to have, so I can let it go up if necessary and take that hill a little bit. Move it into the actual map a bit more. See, it's gonna come out really low. I might got some options on the triangle. It's not a problem. The intricate section is more on this side here. Right here, I got a hairpin coming, so it would be nice if I can let it go uphill. Alright, you're coming from here, so you go uphill, take a flat hairpin left, and then go downhill again here. Create more elevation because the tunnel is already elevated towards the actual base of the track, which is lower, and there's a bit on top of the tunnel. There's gonna be a lot of props. Just coming back. I'm gonna put a downwards or uphill just to mark it and check how it looks with the actual mountain. Try to incorporate that little edge flank. I can do the opposite quickly maybe. To me smoothen it out. It's coming a little bit shorter than where the corner is here. Need a corner back. So it's about a sharp corner with an extra kink in it. It's taking out the speed when people come from the straight. Why is that going up? Should be down here. Check that out. Track up. It's gonna be that way. Okay, got the king here. Probably a little bit sharper. Back to a straight. That's pretty long. It's about, or should be about, parallel to this one here. So I probably should. I kept that axle here, you see. I'll probably keep that on, but then that is a 90-degree corner. I don't want it to be a 90. I can adjust it a little bit, but I don't want it to be as drastic as I just had it. Something like that. So there's a big one, there's a big curve. I actually didn't have enough room on my paper to put this corner on at the bottom. It's a big corner, something like that. So it's just level over the other prop, so it's the same height. Take a look here. So I'm comparing the other parts to the size of the tunnel, which was the main focus in my design on paper. So I think this got to be even wider of a corner there. It's coming back in. Take a double corner here, sharp. Then it goes over there. And here it comes down. And it hooks up. But I have to get the elevation in, so you come out of the tunnel and go down, take the chicane, corner flat, and then it goes back up a lot. So try to see. thinking of actually making this wall, this double wall, thicker and widen it until here. And then I have the track that's on top of the tunnel on the inside and not actually on top of the other part, which is the intention. Then I have to do this part again. So I already made the roof template too, but I have to probably do it again. And I'll explain that a little bit, because the main focus here was putting the track down according to the the angle of the props here that are on their side. I wanted to keep it in the 30-degree. It has a few kinks that are off, just to keep it smooth and to just keep the white lines within the two walls. So you see I go from 15 to 30 to 15 to straight to 15 to straight, and just to get it smoothened out easy. Now that's a considerable amount of variated props. So if you want to make the roof, you gotta follow the same radius. Just make a template. So make a template, use the prop first that is not attached to the actual track, so you can control it easy. Now why I explain this is because it's important that if you know that you're gonna make a roof that is following some radius that is the track also following, you have to know that you're gonna create a template, but then you have to make sure that everything you want inside is done first, so you don't have to screw around to get inside the tunnel to place things after you close the roof. So that's why I made a template of the roof to see if it worked and how it would look and which height I should maintain, which is also important, because if I just say, okay, I'm going to place it here, and then afterwards I'm not happy with it because it's too high, and then I have to redo the whole process. So now I know I'm going to follow the second line here for the roof. So what actually is going to happen is it's probably going to cover this up with the template, and then on top it's going to be other props coming on top. But I don't necessarily need to do the template twice for the top layer here, because I can do that with giant plates. And then this area gets covered off all the way here for the mountain. So I'm going to make it a little nature area with green plates and some grass and shit. That's why I was thinking about widening this wall here and put these on this radius here, follow that line. So the actual template, I'll show it. If I call it up now, it's in completely the wrong position, so I think it will be fine to try to keep it in the same line. You can just follow the block lines. You can change the color of the block if you want a better side at it. Now what you can also do, which I might prefer, I don't know, it looks like I can find the right angle here. So then you just level it up and then you can place it where you want. So I I think I can do that. If you don't find the right exact perfect angle, sometimes, especially if you want to cover the white lines and follow that, it needs to be exactly perfect. So then what you do is you do all your things you want to do inside the tunnel, and afterwards you create a new template. And then you select that external prop first, and then you do all the other things. I don't need to do the curbs here, I just need the roof, so I just need to add all these tarmac beds. And then I then I save the template and don't move any button or joystick unless your left one to move your position here. I think you can move here, you can do this. I'll have to show it because that's easier. Delete. First that one, so then a few of these. Save template. Now, don't move my right joystick. So that's what I was talking about. So I can move the left one for the position, but I don't move the right joystick. Then you can go to your template, and it's in the exactly same position as you made it in, and that's what you want to have if you want to have it perfectly the same as the bottom one. So, all right, there's that. So I think I'm gonna thicken the wall, and probably have to do that first so I can put some props. I put the big corner on top of the tunnel, and then I know where I have to go up and down to get back to the down bit of the track that's on the bottom. Oh, maybe I can use this template, right? No, the radius is actually getting shorter if you place it on this line. So here is your radius slightly bigger. Just take a quick test to see how it fills in. Now I'm in templates anyway. I think one will do for now, because it's not too bad. So I'm thinking now, if I want it on the gray bits, to show the gray bits on the outside, or put it in front of it so it's covered, which is probably better because there's nothing gonna show on the gray bit. So that's why I thought the radius is gonna be a lot shorter. I can do that and it's just covered. So now what is important is that I keep the same height. That's easier. You can just follow that block here. Try to level it, which is not always easy, but a little trick you can put it on. There we go. Now what I also want to do is that have the same starting point as the inside prop of the corner to make it easy to cover the thickness of the wall with the panel later, which I probably have to measure off first if I want to make it perfect. So slightly correct here. Checking here for the line. A little extra. Just place this randomly quickly so I can go back and see the width I have to work with there to cover up the wall. So this would be nice. That's too wide. So probably gonna have to use a 5-bit. What I can also do is use a straight bit. See where that goes with us. It's not wide enough. Oh, might have the. Yeah, that's actually perfect. So I can even leave it there. What I have to do is erase the inside. That's still possible afterwards. Oh, damn it. Get that in somewhat of the correct position here. I'm thinking of doing an actual slanted front or back of the tunnel. Which brings, of course, more character than just a easy 90-degree. Just gonna leave it for now. It's in the perfect position anyway. That has to be gone. See if I can attach that to the other blue one. Yes. Follow that curve here. So I'm gonna have to cheat here at the end. Erase the inside. Always should be very focused where your pointer is and which action you're actually doing. 'Cause quickly you erase something that you placed in a perfect position, and then it's often not easy to place it back again, especially when you have a lot of props in the area and you're working in a specific order. And this is too long. So either I can extend the tunnel, because I had to manage some, I don't know, are these attached without overlapping? It looks like it. Yeah, so that's a good length for this side. I have to save it a little bit. Little break. So now, before I cheat the wall, I use this bit to mark where I want the ending to be. Takes a bit of a weird curve here. Try to keep it 90 at the end of the wall. Whoa. To 70 is straight up 90. Okay, top view. Look at that 90-degree corner. After that, let's see which angle that this keeps because it's going over here. So probably gonna do the same so I can keep that line going. Now just use the blue prop to see the height. Okay, the other prop is not no problem because he's gone. I don't know if I have to use another angle. I think that will do, so probably stealing that prop here. Create a template out of that. Where do I want my control point to be? On the outside here so I can see both props decently. Now I can just use the other markers. This one for the corner here. And the other one as a rotation to see where it's going to overlap. So I got a lot of room here, so that's all inside of the wall here as long as I don't do that. Where it laps over the middle blue wall. So I want to overlap here with the least amount of corner where they cross. Check the corner out here. Perfect. Check it. Right. It's probably going to be gray or orange or something. Okay, so I don't need an exterior wall here because I'm going to close it off here. It's just probably the same like that, but then Probably use a panel for that, because it's a way bigger cover. So maybe even all the way to the mountain there. So something like that. To figure it out. Doesn't matter now. Maybe sink it a bit more. See how it looks in the design later. Just a random placement is going to be replaced. So this is all going to be covered up here, but I'd like to have some angle to the props here. So like this, something like that. So I'm gonna have to probably create some kind of template that does this. I'll look at it manually. It's gonna take a lot of props though. Cover that mountain. First section is gonna be flat, that's right. So probably the easiest way is gonna be using the track bits again. So like I said, there's gonna be a track on top here. So to be economical in the prop use, it'd be easy to do the same as I did here, is follow the radius of the wall. And here I'm gonna have to follow the radius of this wall, just to cover up this bit here, this gap. Now what's on the outside here, it doesn't matter, because that's gonna be covered up with the panel. So I'm gonna show that quickly. So the downhill is gonna be here. So there's gonna be a corner. I'll probably put that down. It's not that sharp. It's about a 90 degrees. So maybe I can overlap it a little bit there. Because if I do it here, I have to cover up. This hole. That will take a few props again. So just cover up the whole tunnel here. Just for now, I'm gonna use that here. So just to give the example, now it's easy to close this gap here. It doesn't matter if there's a little. I don't want it to stick outside here though, but this doesn't matter if there's a little inside gap here. A problem is I'm not going to be able to remove the curves. I can do it on the outside though, so what's going to happen is probably this. Cover that up. Like that. And then we're going to use the big panels to get that mountain effect here. Something like that. Okay. So what's important there is that my panels are not going to exceed below the second line, as I mentioned earlier. This is going to be the marker for the roof template. So I still... I erased the original prop from the template here. So I'm probably gonna have to redo the template. It's not smart, but anyway, it's easy to make it quickly as long as I don't cover it. So now you just get a sight of what's gonna look like. So it's easy to cover all of that up. Leave no holes. Now I know I got a downhill going here. If I place it anyway here, then I don't have to fill up the gap underneath the prop, which is an advantage over the advantages you get, or over the disadvantage that you have to cover that hole. Just gonna see how it looks here. This is probably gonna be a big downhill. 45 maybe a bit too much. Yeah, because I'd like to get the uphill end too here. Something like that. Just to get an easy transition up and down. Don't know if I got the right angle yet, but so then it's going round and it's coming. Like to incorporate some lights in the tunnel too. So it's continuing here. This means I might not need that wall. Go like something like this. So I'd have to remove that wall here, extend this one only on that side. Then I have a coverage here. Would look good. So this is going down. Has to get up. Oh, it's angled, that's right. Probably use a few of the 5s. Hmm. Gotta be on the floor to avoid overlapping here. I can still make elevation change between the two bits there. That's easier. Like that. So double corner here and then it links back onto that bit. I might widen this corner to get a really fast paced wide corner. See what I have to use here. So I'm probably gonna try the 30 bit. Oh, controller shit. Oh, I didn't save a while ago. Well, that sucks.